PowerPoint visible? Okay, Isita, are you there? Isita?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now all today is a revision class, so we will be doing revision of the general embryology from the model. I have taken the pictures of the model, and like we used to do embryology revision in the dissection class. Do you remember? Similarly, we will be doing this. So please answer this. Let us see. Can you see this picture, Isita?
Yes, ma'am.
What is this? Identify the model. Okay, Sita is confused. Tanuja, are you there, Tanuja? Please participate, okay? These are the pictures that will be asked in the practical spotter exam. Tanuja, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Tanuja, what is this model? You have seen in the museum. We have kept in the revision class. Yes, this is the model of cell division. Which cell division? Meiosis or mitosis?
Mitosis.
Mitosis. Very good. This is the picture of the mitotic cell division. So today we'll do the revision of the embryology. So this is the picture of the cell division, that is the mitosis. This is the prophase. This is the prophase cell division here. Prophase for okay. Now here you can see there is a condensation. Here you can see these are the condensation of the chromosome taking place in the prophase. Condensation of the chromosome, followed by the disappearance of the nuclear membrane and appearance of the centrosome with centrioles in the poles of the near the opposite poles. Here you can see this is the centrosome with the centrioles. Then here you can see this is further condensation of the chromosome. So this is also the part of the prophase. This is also the picture model of the prophase. Most of the picture here. And now this is the model of the which part of the mitotic cell division? Which part of the mitotic cell division? What is this?
Anaphase.
Okay, anaphase. Here you can see this is the anaphase. What is happening? The spindle fiber is dragging the chromosome towards the pole. If the chromosome appears in the equator, in the midline, then that is metaphase. Yes? So can you identify this model in exam? Identify the model and mention the event happening in the model. Very easy, yes? Can you do this, all of you? These are the model for the cell division that is there in our lab, and I believe we have also seen this already. So these are the important model for the exam spotter and viva. Now this is the also the part of the mitotic cell division. This is the telophase. What event is taking place here? See, there is a karyokinesis followed by cytokinesis. Yes, And in the mitotic cell division, diploid number of chromosome is restored in the parent to the daughter cells. So this is which part of the mitotic cell division, my dear student?
Telophase.
Telophase. Can everybody, is it clear? All of you can identify this model, yes? Please unmute your mic and answer this. All of you can identify, yes? Very easy. So this is the telophase, mitotic cell division. Now meiosis. Here you can see this is the meiotic cell division. This is the meiotic cell division has meiosis part 1 and part 2. Meiosis first and second. This is the prophase. In the prophase there are 5 stages. You know already, you have studied in +2 also. We have done in the general anatomy, also in the genetics also. So this is the liptotin. Yes, condensation of the chromosome taking place here. See the condensation, this is the chromatin threads, then followed by the condensation of the chromosome. And in addition to the condensation in the zygoting, here you can see pairing of the homologous chromosome. Pairing of the homologous chromosome. Then after zygoting is liptotin, zygotin, pachytin, diplotin and dikinesis. In the pachytin and diplotin, there occur the formation of the synaptonymal complexes and the crossing over takes place. So there is only one model for this. So this is here there is a crossing over taking place. The beginning of the crossing over takes place in pachytin and completion takes place in the diplotin and followed by the dikinesis. So these are the 5 stages of the prophase first. Then what happens? This is which part of the meiosis first? After crossing over all the homologous chromosome, see pair chromosome, there occur the formation of the sister chromatid, and this pair homologous chromosome come to lie in the equator. This is metaphase with the formation of the achromatic spindle fiber. Spindle fiber formation takes place from the centrioles. Yes, and after this metaphase, the pair of the homologous chromosome, the single chromosome will pulled towards the pole by the this spindle fiber, that is anaphase. Anaphase model, embryology model is not there. So this is the which stage? Telophase first. Telophase first, followed by karyokinesis and cytokinesis. This is telophase first model. Then there are no models of the prophase first, second, prophase for second, and metaphase second, anaphase second. Directly there is a model of this is the telophase second. So in the case of the meiosis, a single parent cell will give rise to 4 daughter cells. In the case of the meiosis takes place in which cell? Somatic cell or the gametic cell? Which cell? In which cell the meiotic cell division takes place?
Gametic.
Gametic cells. And what is the name of the gamete cell in the male and female? What are the name? In the male it is known as? Yes, it is known as spermatocyte. Yes, and in female it is known as oocyte. And what is the male gonad? What is the male gonad? Nobody knows male gonad. Testis, yes. And female gonad, where the oogenesis takes place? Yes. So the formation of the gametocyte is known as, in the case of, is known as gametogenesis, and formation of spermatocyte is known as spermatogenesis. Formation of the oocyte is known as oogenesis. And in this procedure, there occur the which cell division? The cell division is meiosis, and this is the telophase second of meiosis. Now, a brief overview. Then I'll show you the model. The gametogenesis, you know, the formation of the gametocyte is known as gametogenesis, and the male it is known as spermatogenesis. In the spermatogenesis, there are 3 parts, subparts of the spermatogenesis, that is spermatocytosis. Here you can see the primordial germ cell. The primordial germ cell in the case of male is known as spermatogonia. What is that? Spermatogonia. Plural gonia, singular gonium. So the spermatogonia, which is lies in the dormant condition in the seminiferous tubules. Seminiferous tubules lies in the testes. since the fetal period, and this spermatogenesis begins after the puberty in the Good morning, student.
Morning, ma'am.
Suddenly internet went off. Okay, so I have to run to the administration office to take the class. So we will start. Okay, we'll continue.
Okay, ma'am.
How is weather there in your place? Is it raining?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, here also heavy raining and suddenly internet went off. You know, Pokhara, yes. So where were we? We were in the spermatogenesis here. Okay. So now spermatogenesis consists of the several subparts. Spermatocytosis. In the spermatocytosis, spermatogonia undergo the mitotic cell division to give rise to spermatocytes. Okay. So first of all, the spermatogonium, also known as the primordial germ cells, also known as the spermatogonial stem cells, they undergo mitotic division and give rise to this type dark A spermatogonia. And this type dark A spermatogonia undergoes several division of the mitotic cell division, which is about 4 generations, and finally give rise to primary spermatocytes. From the level of the primary spermatocytes, only this undergo the meiotic cell division. Is it clear? So from the level of the primary spermatocytes, it undergo the meiotic cell division. So here you can see the spermatogonium undergoing the mitotic cell division, giving rise to type A. Type A undergo mitotic cell division to give rise to type B. Type B undergo the continuous mitotic cell division to give rise to primary spermatocytes with diploid number of chromosome. Now this primary spermatocyte undergo the meiotic first cell division and give rise to secondary spermatocyte with diploid number of chromosome. This secondary spermatocyte undergo the second meiotic division and give rise to the 4 daughter cells with a diploid number of the chromosome. And these 4 daughter cells here, it is known as spermatids. Now what happens? These spermatids undergo the morphological changes, morphological transformation to give rise to spermatocyte. Okay, to give rise to spermatozoa. So these are the spermatozoa. These all event takes place in the seminiferous tubule lying inside the male gonad known as the testis. Okay. Now you can see in the spermiogenesis overview, you can see here, this is the process of the spermiogenesis. First of all, what happens? There is a formation of the acrosomal cap. The acrosomal cap is derived from the Golgi apparatus. And this acrosomal cap consists of the several enzyme which is responsible during the penetration through the granulosa cells to enter into the oocyte during the period of fertilization. So the formation of the acrosomal cap by the Golgi apparatus. Then you can see there is a condensation of the, there you can see condensation of the nucleus. Okay. So this acrosomal cap and the nucleus will form the head of the spermatozoa. Yes, head of the spermatozoa. Then there occur the appearance of the centrosome with the centrioles, and these centrioles will give rise to the neck, middle piece and the tail of the spermatozoa. Here you can see. In the part of the middle piece of the spermatozoa, there occur the formation of the sheath by the accumulation of the mitochondria. Here you can see, these are the mitochondria. This accumulated mitochondria invest the middle piece and give rise to the mitochondrial sheath. And what happens, very interesting thing is happening here. There occur the pinching off of the excessive amount of the cytoplasm. Okay, this is how the spermatid, which is derived from the secondary spermatocyte after undergoing the second meiotic division, will get morphological transformation into the spermatozoa. Yes. Now, my dear student, can you tell me what is this model? This is the model of the spermatid. This is the model of the spermatid. Okay, spermatid forms after the process of spermatocytosis. Spermatocytosis means the mitotic cell division from the spermatogonia to spermatocyte. Spermatocyte undergo first meiotic division. give rise to secondary spermatocyte. Secondary spermatocyte undergoes second meiotic division to give rise to spermatid. This is the spermatid. Now, this spermatid is undergoing morphological transformation to give rise to spermatozoa. Now, this is the nucleus. This is the cytoplasm of the spermatid. And here you can see very interesting. This is the formation of acrosomal cap. This acrosomal cap formation taking place. This is formed by the which organelle? Golgi apparatus. Now here you can see, followed by C, the formation of acrosomal cap is taking place. At the same time, condensation of the nucleus is taking place. At the same time, the centrioles with the centrosome appears in the opposite poles, and the centrioles give rise to this middle piece and tail, middle piece, neck. This is the neck, this is the middle piece and the tail of the spermatozoa. There is a formation taking place slowly and steadily. This is the condensation of the nucleus, elliptical shape of the nucleus taking place, which is covered by the cap here. You can see forming the head of the spermatozoa. Then this is the neck, middle piece and tail is formed by the centrioles. And here you can see the cytoplasm orientation. And at the same time, in the middle piece, here you can see with the white dots, what is this? This is the mitochondrial sheath. This mitochondrial sheath is formed by the mitochondria, aggregation of the mitochondria in the region of the middle piece. And this aggregated mitochondria invests the middle piece to form the mitochondrial sheath. And this is very important. It provides the energy for the movement of the spermatozoa in the female genital tract. And very, very important process that is required during the period of fertilization. So here you can see in this model, there is an excessive amount of the cytoplasm is being pinched up and later give rise to the mature spermatozoa. Which part of spermatozoa is this? Head, which is formed by the condensed nucleus covered by the acrosomal cap. This is the neck and this is the middle piece. Middle piece is invested by this blue covering with the white dot. This is the mitochondrial sheath. This is the tail, body and the tail of the spermatozoa, which is derived from the centrioles, Now here you can see this is the condition of the polyspermy. Now, oogenesis. Oogenesis is also the part of the gametogenesis taking place in the female gonad. What is the female gonad? The female gonad is ovary. So this is the sequence of the event by which oogonia is a primordial germ cell in the ovary. It get converted into the mature oocyte. Now, what is the difference of the oogenesis with spermatogenesis? The differences are, in the case of the spermatogenesis, it begins after puberty. Okay, whereas the oogenesis begins before birth and completed after puberty. This is the main point. And in what happens before birth, in the prenatal maturation of the oocyte, what is the process happening there before birth? The first and foremost is there is appearance of the primordial germ cell, which is known as oogonia. These oogonia undergo mitotic division and give rise to several oogonia. This oogonia lies here in the stroma of the developing ovary, and this oogonia is later on here you can see is covered by, first of all, the oogonia is covered by the flattened follicular cells forming the primordial follicle. Then these flattened follicular cells later get converted into flattened follicular cell converted into simple cuboidal, giving rise to primary follicle. And then this follicular cell undergo mitotic cell division and give rise to several follicular cells. Then that time it is known as secondary follicle. And later on what happens? There occur the formation of the antrum and giving rise to anther follicle or Graafian follicle. As there is a maturation of the follicle taking place, at the same time during that event, what event are taking place? They are also undergoing the cell division, meiotic cell division. So these are the important things that you need to remember. So the oogenesis takes place before birth, okay, and before birth. And first the oogonia undergo mitotic cell division, giving rise to several generation of the oogonia. And oogonia is also known as the primordial germ cells. Then first it is lined by flattened stromal cells forming primordial follicle. Primordial follicle convert into primary follicle. Primary follicle convert into secondary follicle. Secondary follicle convert into mature and Graafian follicle. During this event, what is happening? There is also undergoing meiotic first cell division. And before birth, my dear student, as it undergoing the meiotic cell division, it get arrested in the diplotin stage of the prophase first until adolescence. This is the very important viva questions in the practical exam and spotter question. So it get arrested. What is the factor? The oocyte maturation inhibition factor that is secreted by these follicular cells prevent the completion of the meiotic first cell division and get arrested in the diplotin first of the prophase first. So after birth, what happens? There is total amount of 600,000 to 800,000 follicles with the primary oocyte. During childhood, remaining all get regresses, only 40,000 persist, and during the puberty and reproductive period of female, the only 400 secondary oocyte get expelled during the period of ovulation. So this is a very, very important. And every month, 5 to 12 primary follicle undergo the process of maturation in each monthly menstrual cycle, and this is influenced by the FSH, follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. Now here you can see what are the event. My dear student, very, very easy to remember. Primordial follicle with the primary oocyte, first flat follicular cell, followed by the cuboidal convert into columnar. Then this follicular cell mitotic cell division takes place and give rise to abundant amount of the multi-layer of the follicular cell known as the granulosa cells. Then there, after the formation of the granulosa cell, this granulosa cell forms a layer which cover this oocyte known as the zona pellucida. Then the stroma of this outermost stroma of the follicle, this follicle will change into theca interna and theca externa. And then what is event is taking place? At the same time, there occur the formation of the intercellular cleft with the fluid, and this intercellular cleft fuse with each other to form the antrum, and thus converting the secondary follicle into antral follicle. Antral follicle enlarges and matures to form the Graafian follicle. This is the Graafian follicle. This is the period when it get ovulate. Okay. So fluid filled spaces appear between the follicular cell in the primary follicle. These spaces collapse to form the antrum, and conversion of the primary follicle into antral follicle or Graafian follicle. Now here you can see this maturation of antrum converting into the Graafian follicle. So suddenly there will be LS surge with the maturation of follicle, and meiosis 1 is completed. So at this stage meiosis 1 is not completed. So suddenly 3 hours before ovulation, what happens? There will be completion of the meiosis 1 in this oocyte. So the primary oocyte change into secondary oocyte, and then 3 hours before ovulation, what happens? This secondary oocyte get arrested in metaphase second. 3 hours before ovulation, remember this. So metaphase second. Then what happened, my dear student? Very, very interesting. When this primary oocyte is converting into secondary oocyte, the only one secondary oocyte persists, and the second one forms the polar body. And this secondary oocyte, when it is undergoing second meiotic division and get arrested in the metaphase second, the second polar body is formed. Okay. So my dear student, in the oogenesis, one oocyte, one primary oocyte give rise to only one mature oocyte, and how many polar bodies? 2 polar bodies. In the case of the male, one parent cell will give rise to 4 spermatid. In the case of female, only one oocyte give rise to how many mature oocyte? Only one. That is the main point. You should always remember. So this is the reason there is a high chance of the chromosomal abnormality as the maternal age increases. Okay, chromosomal abnormalities in the case of the fetus or the baby as the maternal age increases. This is the main factor. So here you can see secondary oocyte enter into the meiosis second and get arrested in the metaphase second 3 hours before ovulation, and formation of the polar body takes place, and that all get disintegrate. Okay, so then this Graafian follicle by the surge of the luteinizing hormone during the 14th day of menstrual cycle undergo ovulation, and this secondary oocyte covered by the few amount of the granulosa cell known as the cumulus ophorus get expelled into the peritoneal cavity, and after expelling into the peritoneal cavity, this oocyte, secondary oocyte covered by cumulus ophorus, get grabbed by the infundibulum of the fallopian tube, infundibulum of the fallopian tube. Now here is the very important fact. If it gets fertilized, then there will be completion of the meiosis second. If it does not get fertilized, then this oocyte get degenerate within 24 hours. So this is a very important fact you should remember. So now corpus luteum, this is another important point. Corpus luteum is a ruptured follicle together with the theca folliculi after ovulation. After ovulation, this is the granulosa cell. Outermost is the theca folliculi, means inside theca interna, outside theca externa. And this follicular cell after ovulation, what happens? Undergoes morphological changes and secrete the yellowish pigment and converting it into the lutein cell under the influence of luteinizing hormone and forms the yellow color bag that is known as the corpus luteum. Now what happens if the primary oocyte, this mature oocyte, this oocyte covered by oophorus, cumulus oophorus, undergo fertilization, then this corpus luteum will persist. And in that case, the corpus luteum is known as corpus luteum of pregnancy. Corpus luteum of pregnancy, okay? And if fertilization do not takes place, this corpus luteum degenerates, and that case it forms the white scar, and the condition is known as the corpus luteum at that time is known as corpus albicans. What is the function of the corpus luteum? The function of the corpus luteum is it secretes the progesterone and estrogen. And what is that help? It causes the progesterone and estrogen causes the uterine mucosa to enter into the secretory phase of menstrual cycle. And if there is fertilization, that is known as corpus luteum of pregnancy, and in that corpus luteum pregnancy, this corpus luteum will persist for 20 weeks. And the maintenance of the corpus luteum of pregnancy is done by human chorionic gonadotropin hormone secreted by syncytial trophoblast. Okay, and this in turn secretes the hormone which maintain the endometrium of the uterus, thus maintain the pregnancy. And later on it is replaced by placenta. But if oocyte is not fertilized, then it will regresses about 10 to 12 days after 10 to 12 days, and it forms a white scar in the ovary, and that is known as the corpus albicans. Now, my dear student, this is the model that is there in our anatomy lab. This is the model of the ovary. Now, here you can see this is the outer layer. This is the terminal epithelium. This is the stroma of the ovary. This is the cortical part, this is the medullary part. And my dear student, there are several features of the oocyte and follicles. This number 9 that you see, these are oogonia. Oogonia. Now here you can see this is 11 number. This is the primordial follicle with the primary oocyte. And here this primary oocyte is undergoing the meiosis first. And in the if you ask in which cell division it is arrested in before birth, it is arrested in diplotin stage of the prophase first. And after adolescence, it completed the meiosis first and enter into the meiosis second and get arrested at metaphase second, 3 hours before ovulation. So this is primary follicle. And this black outline that you see is the zona pellucida, which is shown by arrow. This is the exam model. Very, very important. Okay. And these are the follicular cells which get converted into cuboidal to columnar to multilayer. See, multilayer follicular cell. This is secondary follicle. Secondary follicle is still, and here in this case, this is primary oocyte, primordial follicle. This is secondary follicle with secondary oocyte still in the period of here meiosis second. This here now in this granulosa cell there occur the appearance of the several intercellular cleft which fuses to form this big antrum, and thus convert this secondary follicle into which follicle? Antrum follicle or the matured Graafian follicle. Now my dear student, this Graafian follicle here you can see this is the secondary oocyte which has arrested in the metaphase second. And this covering granulosa cell which is covering secondary oocyte are known as cumulus oophorus. And this 19 and 20 here you can see these are the theca folliculi. 19 is theca interna, 20 is theca externa. And after this is the point of the ovulation, that is 14th day of menstrual cycle. And after ovulation here you see this is a ruptured follicle. Ruptured follicle. And this ruptured follicle, this inner yellow layer, can you see? Here the granulosa cell has secreted the lutein and converted into the lutein. And this lutein corpus luteum, and this is the outer is the theca follicula, interna and externa. Now this ruptured follicle convert into corpus luteum. This 22 is corpus luteum. Now if there is the fertilization, then what happens? This corpus luteum convert into corpus luteum of pregnancy and persist for 20 weeks. Okay, and secretes the progesterone which maintain the endometrium for the pregnancy, and later on it is replaced by placenta. And if not fertilization, this corpus luteum regresses and form this white scar. These white scar are known as corpus albicans. And here this bunch of this 10 number that you see, these are the bunch of oogonia. This is very important model for spotter. Now here you can see this is the secondary oocyte with polar bodies. This polar body regresses, does not persist. If this polar body persists, the chromosomal abnormality is known as polyploidy. Polyploidy. You have studied in the genetics aneuploidy, polyploidy. If you do not understand, you can ask me this, okay, later on. Now my dear student, what happens after fertilization? See here, there is a formation of zygote. Zygote undergo the cleavage division and give rise to 2-cell stage, convert into 4-cell, 4-cell into 4-cell, 8-cell, 12-cell, 16-cell, simultaneously 16 to 18-cell forms the morula. This is the morula. Then there is a formation of the cavity. This is the blastocoel, and this is known as the blastocyst, and which have, this is the, what is known as the embryoblast, and this periphery is trophoblast. Okay, and this trophoblast differentiate into syncytotrophoblast outside, here you can see, and cytotrophoblast inside. And after the formation of syncytio and cytotrophoblast, it penetrate, undergoing implantation in the end of the first week of the intrauterine life. This is the implantation in the posterior wall of fundus. Here you can see posterior wall of fundus in the endometrium. Okay, now here you can see there is a formation of amniotic cavity, yolk sac, chorionic cavity, bilaminar geometrics, ectoderm and endoderm. At the simultaneously there is also differentiation of trophoblast. This is cytotrophoblast, syncytotrophoblast, with the formation of the uteroplacental circulation. Yes, this is the uteroplacental circulation. This is the amniotic cavity. Now what happens in this epiblast? There occur the formation of the primitive streak. Primitive streak, and after the formation of the primitive streak, there occur the formation of the epiblast, give rise to the 3 germ layer, ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. So this hypoblast is replaced by endoderm later on. Yes, that is known as formation of 3 germ layer is known as gastrulation. That is known as gastrulation, my dear student. This is the primitive streak here. This is very important. We will ask in the spotter. This picture you should remember. This is the primitive node. This is the streak. This is the groove. And this the cranialmost part here is, this is the precaudal pad, buccopharyngeal membrane. This is the cloacum membrane. Here you can see the migration of the epiblastic cell giving rise to the 3 germ layer in the period of the gastrulation, ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. Okay, and there is a differentiation of the villi. This is the primary villi, which only consists of cytotrophoblast lined by syncytotrophoblast outside. Then there is the appearance of the core of mesenchyme in the middle and convert it into secondary villi, and later on there is appearance of the blood vessels. So with the appearance of the blood vessel in the mesenchyme, there the secondary villus convert into dorsal villus, and there will be massive branching of the villi. Okay, this massive branching of the villi at this part will convert the chorionic villi into chorionic frondosome, which later on give rise to fetal part of placenta, and the endometrium convert into decidua, and there are several parts of the decidua. At the same time, when this germ layer is forming, there is also folding of the embryo. This is head fold, this is tail fold, and simultaneously lateral fold. During folding of the embryo, the yolk sac get incorporated inside the embryo, forming the gut tube, and gut tube give rise to different parts, foregut, midgut and hindgut, and give rise to gastrointestinal system. Okay, and their associated gland. And you should know, my dear student, what are the fate of the endoderm. This is yellow layer, mesoderm and ectoderm. Now in the mesoderm, you should know what are the part of the mesoderm. This is the neural tube. This is by the side of neural tube and notochord. This black one is notochord. This is the paraxial mesoderm. By the side of paraxial is intermediate, and by the side is lateral paired mesoderm. Paraxial mesoderm later give rise to somite. Somite has sclerotome, dermatome and myotome. Sclerotome give rise to bone, dermatome give rise to dermis, myotome give rise to muscle. Intermediate mesoderm give rise to urogenital system. And in the lateral plate mesoderm, it is splits to form somatopleuric and splanchnopluric. And this is the intraembryonic cavity. Intraembryonic cavity give rise to our future pericardial cavity for heart, pleural cavity for lung, and peritoneal cavity in the abdomen. This is and these are the somite, my dear student. And here there is a fusion of the neural tube. And this is the cranial neuropore, caudal neuropole. These are the neural fold. Now this is the model. My dear student, this blue color is the amniotic cavity. This blue layer is the ectoderm. Mesoderm, this middle one, pink layer, mesoderm. Yellow layer, endoderm, yolk sac. Okay, and this 14 is connecting stalk, which will give rise to future umbilical cord. This is the chorionic cavity, my dear student. And this pink layer here outer is the, what is this? Trophoblast. Trophoblast later differentiate into syncytio and cytotrophoblast. And this trophoblast differentiate into chorionic villi. This is the chorionic villi. Towards the embryonic pole. Towards the embryonic pole, this differentiate and maturate to form the chorionic frondosome. Chorionic frondosome give rise to the fetal part of placenta, whereas the embryonic pole, see, it disappears and forms the chorionic levee. See, this is the blastocyst. This is the first stage. This red mass is embryoblast, which will give rise to embryo. This pink mass here, this is the trophoblast, which give rise to the placenta membranes. This is the blastocele. This is the blastocyst. Here you can see differentiation of the trophoblast, formation of the two cavity. Confident? Now here you can see this is the uterus. My dear student, this is the innermost layer of the uterus is endometrium. Now by the decidual reaction, endometrium changes into decidua. There are several parts of the decidua. The part where the implantation takes place and where the decidua changes into the maternal part of the placenta. This is known as decidua basialis. And this part of the decidua covering the developing embryo, here you can see outside. This is the decidua capsularis. And this part of decidua is known as decidua parietalis. This is the uterine cavity. This is the vaginal canal. Clear? Now here you can see this is the green color cavity is chorionic cavity. Here you can see folding of the embryo. And embryo is incorporating inside the amniotic cavity. This is the umbilical cord. In addition to it, there is an incorporation of the yolk sac into the embryo, forming the gut tube. My dear student, here you can see maturation of chorionic villi into chorionic frondosome. This chorionic frondosome give rise to fetal part of placenta. And this is the decidua basalis, which give rise to maternal part of placenta. This is the decidua parietalis. This is the amniochorionic membrane, which later get ruptured, and there will be the amniotic fluid will flow through this cavity, and this shows the sign of the delivery. And this is the decidua parietalis capsularis. Now my dear student, this is chorionic cavity. 29 here you can see this is the connecting stalk, which give rise to future umbilical cord. This is the remnant of the yolk sac, which regresses, but if it persists, it forms the cyst. This is the amniotic cavity. Inside the amniotic cavity, this is the developing embryo. This is the chorionic frondosome. This is the intervillous space, which consists of the maternal blood. And here there is a placental barrier. Okay, and this number 26 is decidua basalis. This is the decidua capsularis. My dear student, again I repeat, and this is the decidua parietalis. Now this is the formation of the neural tube, neurulation. This is the anterior neuropore. This is the posterior neuropore. Anterior neuropore closes at 25th day, whereas the posterior neuropore 27th day. In the somatic stage, 18 to 20 day cranial neuropore, and 25th somatic stage in the caudal neuropore. These are the neural fold. And after the formation of the neural tube, there occur the detachment of some amount of cells here. That is known as neural crest cells. You should know the derivative of neural crest cell for the Viva. And this cubical mass, which are formed from the paraxial mesoderm, these cubical mass are known as somite. Each day 3 to 4 pairs of somite are formed. Total there are 42 to 44 pairs of somite. And each somite consists of scleratome, myotome, and dermatome. Scleratome give rise to axial skeleton. Myotome give rise to axial muscles. And dermatome give rise to the dermis of the skin. Clear? So this model is very, very important for spotter. Now here, this is the fetal circulation, my dear student. This is the model. This is the placenta. These are the cotyledons. This is the maternal part of placenta. This is the fetal part. This is the umbilical cord with the umbilical vein and two arteries. Umbilical artery, blue color arteries, because it carry deoxygenated blood. Umbilical vein carry oxygenated blood. This is the umbilicus. Okay, this is the urachus. This is developing in urinary bladder. Then umbilical vein passes through the ductus venosum, and 80% of the blood enter into the right atrium. Through the foramina ovale, it goes to the left atrium. Okay, left atrium to left ventricle. Then it goes to the what is known as the ascending aorta, arch of aorta, descending aorta, and from the branches it gets circulated. However, some amount of the blood return back to the pulmonary trunk through the ligamentum arteriosum. So at the time of the birth, what happens? There is a regression of ductus venosum into ligamentum venosum, and this ductus arteriosus into ligamentum arteriosum. This is the very important fact. And this is the cord section of the placenta for the spotter exam. And these two are the arteries. This is the core of the mesenchyme, and this is the umbilical vessels. Yes, these are the arteries, capillaries, and this is the core of the mesenchyme. And this dot 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 are the syncytiotrophoblasts with the cytotrophoblast. So this is the cord section of the placenta. Okay. Now, Vijay, are you there, Vijay? Vijay? No. Lokraj
Yes, ma'am.
Bohra. Vijay, yes. Vijay, if we give in the exam, suppose if there is online practical exam, then if we ask, identify number 23, number 13, this one. Identify the marked area and mention its fate. What you will write down in spotter exam?
Chorionic frondosome.
Very good. What is the fate of chorionic frondosome? Okay. Vijay said answer correct. Kushal Singh Basnet, are you there, Kushal?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kushal, can you help Vijay? He said chorionic frondosome. He is right. What is the fate of chorionic frondosome?
Fetal placenta.
Ma'am, to form
Yes.
circulation.
Fetal part of placenta, dear. Fetal part of placenta. Then this is which part? Number 13. Achal, are you there? Achal, can you see this pointer? This is very, very important spotter question for the university exam. You are a university going batch, yes? What is this, Achal? Okay, Achal is not there. Sonam, are you there, Sonam?
Yes, ma'am.
Sonam, what is this? Which part of the Decuda is this?
Ma'am, Decidua basalis.
Very good. What is the fate of Decuda basalis, Sonam?
Ma'am, it forms maternal part of placenta.
Very good, Sonam. Now, I am picking up randomly, okay? Apurb, are you there, Apurb?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Apurb. Very good. Which part of Decuda is this, Apurb? This one?
I'm unable to see.
Can you see? I am showing the pointer, Apurb. This one.
No, ma'am, picture
This
is
one,
not.
see? Picture is not shown in your.
Yes, ma'am. Mobile is lagging, ma'am. Picture is not shown.
You should use your computer. Okay, then Asutosh da. Asutosh, are you there, Asutosh?
Yes, ma'am.
Asutosh, which part of Desuda is this? What you will write down in the exam?
Decidua capsularis.
Very good, Asutosh. Which part of Desuda is this? This one?
The pointer is lagging.
This one, see?
It's still in.
This one. If I do, okay, I will show you like this. This one, see?
No, ma'am. Not able to see.
Huh?
Not able to see, ma'am.
This one?
Sorry, ma'am. I cannot see from here.
Okay, 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 it's internet problem. Nitish Kumar Das, are you there, Nitish? This is very important spotter question, okay? Please, everybody be attentive. University spotter for you. Which part of Desudo is this? What will write down in university exam? Now coming university, your own exam. What is this? This is Desudo.
Decidia paritalis.
Very good, Desuda paritalis. Now, very good, very good. I am very happy. I think all of you can identify in exam. Lokraj Bohra. Are you there, Lokraj? Lokraj.
Yes, ma'am.
Lokraj. What you will write down? Identify the green color cavities.
Chorionic cavity, ma'am.
Very good. Identify this blue color cavity.
Amniotic cavity.
Yes. And identify this yellow color cavity. Mention its fate.
Yolk sac, ma'am. It gives rise to gut tube and
Yes. What are the part of gut tube?
recresces
What are the parts of the gut tube? It is a
foregut,
fundamental.
midgut,
Foregut, midgut, and
hindgut.
hindgut. And what are the derivative of gut tube? Which system of our body derived from gut tube? Very easy answer.
Digestive system.
Yes, gastrointestinal system and their associated gland. That means you can identify this model. Okay, I will enter into Susan Gimire. Susan, are you there, Susan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Susan. Identify number 2. Mention when it close. If it name the congenital anomaly associated with it. 3 questions, 3 marks. What you will write down here?
Anterior neuropore.
Yes. When does it close?
25th day.
Very good. And if it fail to close, what is the name of anomaly? There is no formation of the
Anencephaly.
brain vesicle. Anencephaly. Excellent. Now, Isika. Isika, are you there, Isika? Isika Dillo, Isika. No?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Isika. Identify the arrow opening, mention when it close, when does it close, name one anomaly on its failure to close. You know, in gross there will be 3 questions, yes? So this model is there, you know, this will come in your spotter exam. That's why we are teaching you in revision class. What is this pore? Which neuropore is this, Isika? It's very easy. It is in which side? Okay, Isika is little confused. Ek na ek. Are you there? Yes, your name is difficult. Sorry for this. Okay, I'm very sorry. Can you help her? She's little confused. Which neuropore is this? When does it close?
Caudal neuropore.
Yes, very good. When does it close? What you will write down in spotter exam? 2 days after cranial neuropore. Now tell me the answer. one of your friend has answered the question for the closing time for the cranial neuropore. So I have given you hint. 2 days after. When it will
26 days, ma'am.
27th. Cranial is 25th. Caudal is 27th. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And if it failed to close, what is the name of anomaly? Very, very easy. Very, very interesting anomaly. Failure of the fusion of the neural tube. What is the name of anomaly? Okay, you have answered 2 questions. One you find difficult. Shreya Das, Poddar Das. Are you there, Shreya? Okay, she is leaving. That means she will not get attendance. Achal, are you there? Achal Chaudhary. Achal.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you help him? He answered 2 questions. The third question he find difficult. What is the name of the anomaly when there is failure of the closure of the caudal neuropore followed by failure of the fusion of the neural tube?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes,
It's
yes.
spinal bifida.
Yes, spina bifida. He came out. Okay, then Achal, I'll ask you another question. Achal, okay, Achal, can you answer identify number 14? Mention its fate. Achal is finding difficulty. Brij Mohan Chaudhary, are you
Ma'am,
there?
it's
Brij
not
Mohan.
visible.
Yes, yes.
Ma'am, it's not visible.
Why it is not visible? Okay, then Brij Mohan, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Brij Mohan, what is this? Is it visible?
No, ma'am. Slide is not visible.
Why? What is happening? Let's see again. I will do it. Okay, then Achal will answer first, then Brij Mohan. This is the okay. This is a very important slide. Achal, can you see number 14 now? No? Achal? Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, my net got disturbed. Ma'am, Shreya. Sorry, ma'am.
Okay, Shreya, what is this number 14?
Yes, ma'am, trophoblast.
No, 14 is Brij Mohan. Can you help her? What is 14? Okay, they all are confused. Rustam, are you there, Rustam?
Yes, ma'am.
Rustam, what is number 14?
Ma'am, connecting stock.
Connecting stock. So Achal, this is connecting stock. Okay, fate of connecting stock is umbilical cord. Very easy question, very easy answer. You can get good marks in spotter exam. Now Rustam, what is this pink color layer? What you will write down in the exam?
Ma'am, trophoblast.
Okay, what is the fate of trophoblast? One word, very easy. Placenta. Okay. Now last question I'll ask to this is very Prasiddhi. Are you there, Prasiddhi?
Yes, ma'am.
Prasiddhi,
Yes, ma'am.
identify the model A. See, the A is written letter A. Identify the model A, mention its parts and fate. Exam question.
Ma'am, it is blastocyst.
Yes, what is this red color mass?
Ma'am, it is embryo mass.
Embryoblast. Very good.
Blast.
And this red, pink color layer?
Ma'am, it is trophoblast.
Yes. What is the fate of trophoblast?
Ma'am, it forms the placenta.
Embryoblast?
It forms the future embryo.
Yes. And this is the chorionic villi. This chorionic villi forms the chorionic frondosome. Chorionic frondosome give rise to which part of placenta?
Embryonic part.
Yes, fetal part of placenta. I believe all of you have, are you able to, all of you can easily identify this model in exam, sputter exam, all of you? These are the pictures that I have taken from the exam specimen. Please answer the question, all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So I will upload this picture file in the anatomy file. You take this, and if you have any queries, please feel free to ask me. Okay, all of you. Yes, these are the very important. And if they occur the, if they said there will be practical exam of the first MBBS online also. So these are the pictures that will be asked in the anatomy practical exam from the embryology. 3 marks questions. First MBBS. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.